everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we have an offense that keeps itself on the field. The Dolphins are top 10 in converting third down opportunities, and they'll be up against the Jags defense looking to knock that conversion rate down. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and to the newly renovated Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And his first look is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Carry for Leonard Fournette. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, 10 carries, 89 yards.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So second and 10 here. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he's got it to Hearns. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Bortles on the hook up to Hearns for the Jaguar first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone because the close. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kiko Alonso in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop it for a loss of about 10. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week. And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues. Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we get big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that. Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad? Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment. Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. These say laddie a lot. Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad, Bortles now on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be second down. And they're getting him involved early. You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting. Now Bortles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass. Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3. Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't, but really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Avery Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory. You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week. He got 29 yards that time. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it? Able to dump it over the top to him. Now a play fake here on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking there for the fullback, Bruce Miller. And that'll bring up second down. They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
A good pickup there, a 22.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Again, it's Fournette. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, churning the legs a little bit, and gaining what he needed for a first down?
Well, that's the deal. On third down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable third down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Bortles. Green's got it over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He got 29 yards that time.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their DNs and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Bortles now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
A 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And got his tight end, Duarte. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Back to throw now on first down. It's caught. Stills right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Come on.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
come the Dolphins.
And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what kind of a play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up? Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll set up to throw. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's Ajayi down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Avery Jones in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Jags and Leonard Fournette making their way onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't it?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Airing it out for Hearns. He's got a man. Complete. Give him 30 yards there. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
After reviewing play, the winning on the field stands.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And the lead is up to 15 now. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Another miss.
Still on his. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Calais Campbell in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case, because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated into their own defensive...
And the pressure gets to him again. Dante Fowler in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Calais Campbell in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team will be featured prominently in those highlights.
Might be a little bias. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to look for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back near his goal line. Here's Bortles. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. 8
yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Throwing is Bortles. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, Bortles. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Bortles now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Green. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've reached halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Let's just feel it at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. On the left side, this is Stills. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Here we go now. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And the return will stop right around the 25. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Green, 90.
Bortles trying the option to the right. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Over the middle, complete. It's Green. That one goes for 24 yards.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
Running left, it's Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On second down, here's Fournette. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On third and long, it's Bortles. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He'll drop to throw. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Back to throw.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll look to throw. It's Stills bringing it in. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Here we go now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's a fumble. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Often on... fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Leopard. Leopard. Go on, go on. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Back to throw here. He'll set up the screen to Drake. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. He hits Landry. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jay Ajayi with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And he'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding the clock.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Landry the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, receiver won in a big way.
And Miller with it over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down. They're going to look to throw. Steps away. That's caught. It's Thomas. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up.
No, Jack, Detroit! Here we go!
They run with Ajayi. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he... ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
2nd down following the run. Handoff to Fournette. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And he goes out right around the 39. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. The Jaguars on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Bortles. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Dolphins on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. A good pick up there at 20 yards. Looking to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pick up there at 22. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And this is incomplete. Still's the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Julius Thomas scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Telvin Smith, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been terrific so far. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And now running right through him. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a give to Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Second down following the incompletion. He'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He's back to throw. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Set. Blue landing. Blue landing. Detroit.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Bortles with a knee to the ground, and that should do it. National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one...
Montana.
You know, I'm like, yeah, nice P, you know?